If your skilled worker or student visa is cancelled and you are in the UK as we speak, there are options for you to explore in order to extend your leave to remain in the UK. But before we delve into the options, let's look at what the law says. So the Secretary of State, that is Home Office, has power to cancel anyone's leave, whether it is leave to enter or leave to remain. So when we look at Section 3, Subsection 3A of the Immigration Act 1971, which is basically the primary legislation governing immigration rules in the UK, it says that the Secretary of State has power to vary anyone's leave. Variation of leave is actually also cancelling of leave. So, for example, you've come to the UK as a student or a skilled worker. As we know, the problem where it is now is most people are coming into the country as a skilled worker or as a student for one or two reasons. A skilled worker may not be able to continue with his or her employment because there is no job or there are no hours to do. Now, if you find yourself in that situation, remember that the condition of your visa, one of them is to work as a skilled worker. So if you are not working as a skilled worker, your leave could be varied, which in a legal term can be cancelled because you are not meeting the requirements of your visa. So for example, you've come here, you haven't started your job for about 28 days. Your leave will be cancelled. You are a student, you come to the UK, you did not enroll in the course, or you started a course and at some point maybe you couldn't pay the school fees, so you have to leave. Unfortunately, if Home Office becomes aware of the situation, they will cancel your leave. I know that in the community, most of my clients will call and say, lawyer, I didn't go to school or I haven't been working for the sponsored employer, but my leave is still valid. So is there anything that I should do? Please, your leave is valid because the status review team within the Home Office, they may not have, it hasn't come to their attention yet, because if it does, they're going to cancel your leave. So I don't want the community to think that if you came as a student, you have not attended the course, you came as a skilled worker, you are not working for the sponsored employer, because Home Office have not sent you any letter cancelling your leave does not necessarily mean that your leave is valid, because as soon as they become aware, they will cancel it. So I want you to take steps. So what are the steps? When we look at the law again, there is something called Section 10 of the Immigration Act 1999 that also gives Home Office power to remove anyone who hasn't got leave or valid leave to be in the UK. So if you are here, you came to the UK as a skilled worker, you haven't worked for the sponsored employer, you came as a student, you haven't attended the course, and Home Office has cancelled your leave. Then we go to the Section 10 where the Home Office has power to remove you from the UK. So we are looking at the option, the solution. With RBN solicitors, when you come to us at the time that your leave has been cancelled, sometimes you'll be given 60 days grace period to find the options. There are options. Let's start with the skilled workers. So you are here and there is no job for you, but you have either the 60 days grace period or Home Office hasn't yet cancelled your leave or curtailed your leave. You can, if you're lucky enough, you can get another job that is on the skill sets table, so that if you get another sponsored employer, they can employ you and then switch you from that employer that brought you into the UK, and then you can switch your leave to be still a skilled worker but with a different sponsored employer. If you are fortunate enough and you have the resources and the knowledge to set up a business, a company in the UK, you can actually self-sponsor yourself as a skilled worker in the UK. So basically, it is the same as you applying to a job to get sponsored. You can also set up a company and then meet all the requirements and then sponsor yourself as a skilled worker. That is option 1. So we look at you looking for another job, 1, and then 2, sponsoring yourself. let's also look at the human rights aspect of it. If you came here, you are single, or maybe you are married, but you divorced, you can also marry somebody who is settled here, or within the time that your leave is valid. So whether it has been curtailed and is valid, you can switch and get leave to remain under the family route. You can also look into student. If your leave is expiring within not more than 28 days, you can actually look for a school. If you have the CAS and the course is starting within 3 months, you can apply to switch to become a student as well. That is if you're a skilled worker. If all of the above are not applicable to you and you fear that if you are removed to the country that you are from, something will happen to you, you can seek asylum. Arabian solicitors can help you to apply under those options that I've outlined. I hope this one will help our community. We need more time to explore, but if you have further questions, please do contact Arabian solicitors and we will have the time to explain to you all the options that are available to you on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lord Rich. I understand.